to JB Owens Sports Complex. We're here with Clemson Baseball as they take on JMU for their last game of the season. I'm here with Riley and Kaden, and apparently the entire team. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah!
How are we feeling going into this, Kaden?
I think we're feeling great. I think we're about to be 22. Got about to get 22 win. Our 22nd win today. Yeah! Sorry.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
I don't know. That's all I got.
All right, give us the rundown. How's the season going?
Yeah, season's going all right. We have a chance for an at-large bid. We're not sure how it's going to go yet. But today we just got to beat them. They're a playoff team. They're already in playoffs, and just got to take care of business.
So a lot of pressure for that at-large bid.
Yeah, but not really for us. We get to play free today. They got to play with a lot of pressure. They lose, they're going to get a lower seed, so it's better for us.
All right, Riley, you got anything?
Yeah, I'm not on the team, but I'm super excited to watch them. I'm super excited. We are play-by-play announcing for you guys. And super gorgeous day. Super excited to see this team play and really be, like we said, an already playoff team. Like what he said, let's play some baseball.
Let's play some baseball.
Play ball.
That could have gone.
second. LVG with a grab and a throw, but it's going to be a little too late as he makes it out to first. Coming up to bat for the Dukes is number 19, Trevor McAndrews. Trevor hails from Yorktown, Virginia. He actually played his first year of college baseball down at Emory University in Atlanta, where he hit .360. Following his freshman year in college, he ended up playing in the Potomac League with actually Clemson's Kaden Colangelo. Trevor is just a big bat for the Dukes. Yesterday was silenced a little bit, so let's see if Howell can do it again.
We've got 19 up to bat for JMU.
Runner!
Oh, and there goes the runner, and no throwdown to second because of a great jump by
Number 6.
great jump by number 6 to steal second right there. No throwdown by our catcher. Ball.
That looked like it hurt.
That was so much fun.
2-0 count for number 19 right here as Howell is seen getting the peak. And he loads up. Back.
Runner.
Oh, foul. Oh, little tap out to Howell, and he throws the first. That's an out.
Good play, good play.
Stepping up to bat here is the 4-hole for JMU. We got 2 down with a runner on third, trying to see if we can get a single here to score a run, while the Tigers try to silence him here to put up a 0 in the top of the first inning. Out with a pitch, it just misses a little bit outside there. 1-0 in the count. So Brandon's actually a transfer from Limestone University just down the street, coming into Clemson this year after Limestone shut down. That ball's hit to third. Sam Kemmer with the play and the throw over the Brendan for the stretch, and he's going to be out. That's going to bring the Tigers, leading off the Tigers. We have Stalzer, Stefoff, and Kwiatkowski lead off the end, top of the inning.
KJ, I'll come down there in a second. All right, sounds good. Good morning. Go ahead. How are you? Good, how are you? Good, thank you. What did you say about me? No, she's in the white. Wow. That's warm-ups. This guy just holds it. So, how are you? Good. Oh yeah. I'm not playing this game. Or I'm going to come in. Okay. What? I had to give a warning. Charlie's also not here. Okay. He needs to know. But, all right, I gotta get back. Good to see you. Here we go, Stone! Go yard. What? Okay, let's go. Wipe it off. Ha!
On time here, 2-3. Let's go, kid. Going. Go 1-6. Go 1-6. Let's go, kid.
What?
JMU looks like they don't have a care in the world wearing flip-flops on top of the dugout.
Oh, that's club baseball for you, Maura. And that's going to be a chopper to the pitcher. He's going to run it over the first. And that's going to do it for the Tigers. It's a 0-0 ball game heading to the top of the second.
You want to keep us on or no?
I'm always on the mic. I'm just never this part.
Yeah. Keep us on or you good?
Yeah.
We're staying live? Well, we're staying on through the meeting. Well, we apologize for the audio delay, but we are here finally so that you guys can get the best coverage of this game. We have a special guest in the booth with us, Kaden. Kaden is mic'd up as well. He's the one that you've been hearing play-by-play, as well as Maura and Riley. And as we are live right now with both DJI mics, so he's got us on and running. But it's been a fun time. Being out here. Still a 0-0 as we went through a quick first inning. Might even have 5 announcers on today, as Drew Landon's in here too. So might be having mics passed around. But we are all live, so we are here.
Look at that. What a day.
I feel like it's been a little bit of a run through right now, but nonetheless, we are here, and it is a gorgeous day to be playing.
And we're back, the top of the second, coming in at 0-0.
Yeah, Kaden, what's the...
No runs for either team.
That one's screeching. The audio's screeching.
But yeah, it's perfect day for baseball. We've got a Little League game right behind us, in front of us. No, it's backfield. I would say behind.
I'm so happy with
back
this
of the
right now.
field.
This makes my day.
Anyway,
I'm live too.
they can't even hear you, so they can't hear your comments. I shouldn't have even.
Yeah, you're right. Hi, I'm here too.
All right, that's going to be thrown down for the beginning of the...
You keep talking. We're switching into mic real quick. Oh, did I just turn it off? I turned it off accidentally. Let's see if you guys do.
Has that always been in there?
Yeah, this has always been. It should be good.
All right, we're back to the top of the second inning here. Howell back on the mound for the Tigers, number 98 up. Have you ever seen a number 98 more?
Kalani, you can still hear him, right?
I have never seen a number that
You can
high.
hear both of us, right?
I'm being and up, pop up tap.
LVG.
Oh, I'm gonna hand the mic back to him.
Well, for the folks that have been with us for a while here, the last 2 or 3 years, they know. Down the field here, coming down the bleachers. We're here to interview Mr. Schiff. Mr. Schiff, how are you, sir? How are you doing today?
Good. How are you today?
Great, great. You know, Hal's not here any longer. We just wanted to go ahead and do a little interview and just anything you want to say to the audience?
There is not a replacement to Hal. He loved the game. He loved this. He loved this team.
So, Adam, it's his last day playing today. It's a big deal. He's a senior. He's graduating out of the team. Myself, we're going to miss him very much.
Here, getting started on one. Let me come back to you on that one.
All right, sounds great. Thank you for taking the interview.
Thank you.
Back to Maura.
And we're back. Number 18 is up to bat. I think that's a strike. It's a strike.
Yeah, I got that first try.
Seriously? That means you're addicted to the game.
Tell him I got red the bus first try yesterday.
That just means he's addicted to the game.
Don't call me out. I made $8 on the village. The obvious Sixers, yeah. When they beat the Celtics, I
Also, it doesn't go
It's going to be delayed. And that's going to be blown past number 18 right there.
That's wrong. It was a ball. Ball's in a strike. 2 outs left at the top of the second. Oh, and that's a hit by pitch. He's walking. Did he get hit?
That's a hit by pitch, Maura.
Well, I was like, I'm pretty sure that it hit him in the top of the head, but I wasn't like 100% sure, so I just wanted to double check.
Valentine, that is not the shot. You can hear the audio playing from the dugout. Just some of the few meme sounds that are just thrown into this game and mixed in during the game to add some life to the game. Today we're going to be doing a good job. We have a lot of people here in the stands. We got Ty Baker, statistics teacher, coming in today just to support him. We'll be doing an interview with her later on around the 4th or 5th inning. We should have a couple other family members and significant others in the crowd we'll be interviewing today. So I'm pretty excited about that. Maura, are you excited?
I'm super excited. I mean, it's a beautiful day for baseball, potentially the last game of the season. I mean, who wouldn't be here? Riley?
I would for sure be here. I would be here every weekend if I could.
Well, Riley, you are here.
I am here, and it's an awesome day to be here, and I am blessed to be playing in some snow.
I don't even know what to say to that. I think we're just going to go ahead and move on with the fact that he just stole base. Man.
We have Carozzo up to bat. Carozzo. But 2 balls, 0 strikes. And
Look at the roster. I did not remember names. Do you know the JMU? Huh? Do you know JMU's roster? Some of them I know, but not all of them. We should have the game changer up. That's her.
strike number 1. What's strike? I just finished my high school officiating class, and I took my baseball umping test yesterday, and I got an 84, so I'm not.
Well, that explains why you couldn't tell what a hit by pitch was.
Yeah, they should not have given me that certificate, but catch me out on the diamond.
So are you able now to like umpire high school games? Is that what it was?
If I can get hired, Kaden, if I could get hired, I could. But I don't think that that's in the future for me. I think I'd be much more comfortable maybe basketball. I know a little more about basketball. Umping's a no.
Well, while number 15 comes up to bat, let's just put Maura through a little bit of trivia to see if she can get higher than an 84 from yesterday's test. So, Maura, how many outs are in each half inning of baseball?
3.
Good. All right. 1 for 1. 1 for 1. How many balls at a count before you walk?
4.
Before you walk.
Oh. Wait, say that again?
Okay. So 4 balls and you walk. So before you 3. So what is
that was like a hard question.
That was kind of a trick question. I that wasn't very specific. That's on me. That's on me. How many bases are in baseball?
4.
Technically, there's 3 bases and 1 plate, but I guess we can give it to you.
Yeah, I mean the home plate. Okay, yeah, yeah.
I mean, it is like touching all the bases. I mean, I get it. And that's another hit by pitch. More. Is that a hit by pitch?
I believe so.
We got bases loaded here, making this pretty interesting. I think we head back to the top of the order.
And on third base, he's bringing a pizza out. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. He's eating on the plate. Is that legal?
On the base, but yeah, that's crazy. He's eating pizza at third base. I mean, this is club baseball. It's an epitome. We have one team who's already in playoffs. We have another team who thinks that they might be out. They might get in that large bid. And it's just a great day to have fun. Before the game, you saw people taking IO at different positions. We have guys with their flip-flops off on top of the dugout. This is just what it is. It's kind of end of the season before finals week for both teams, too. So we're missing a lot of guys on both sides.
He literally has the piece of pizza in his mouth as he's running home. This is the craziest thing.
That would actually be his thumb guard, but I think I got it.
I thought that was the crust. That was close.
Well, that ball smoked to the infield. The Dukes are going to take the lead 1-0 as the Tigers try to get out of this without giving up a big inning here.
We've got yeah, come sit down here with us. Okay. Wait. I think it's just this. Oh.
Those connect to Kalani, so when I hear you, it's just that one that's live.
Strike one to. We're back at the top of the order. The second batter in the lineup. He has a 0-1 count right now. We have a runner on first and second. Nope, we have base. Nope, yep, we have bases loaded. As he swings and misses for strike number 2, as we are looking to get out of a base loaded jam. Run already across the board.
With 2 down here, we're just trying to see if Howell can go ahead and get in the zone, make this guy swing the bat. He's one of their better hitters. He's up in the top of the order in the 2-hole. That pitch is going to be drilled into the gap. It's probably going to go ahead and score 2 here. It might be a close play at the plate. Williams with a throw in, cut off by Sam Kemmerer. We got first and second with 2 outs. Dukes take the lead, expand their lead, 3-0. For you guys just joining us here for the first time, you can't tell. We've never done play-by-play before. We normally have Brian up here. We normally have a couple other guys mixing in, but that's kind of all we got right now.
And there's currently... We're having a meeting at the mound right now after letting up 3 runs.
They've got to lock in. Okay, better. And that one runner is just sitting on the ground.
Maura, what do you think he's talking to him about up there on the mound? What do you think?
I actually just think they're chit-chatting. Like, I don't think there's any motives when they go up there. Most of the time it's probably you need to lock in, but now I think he's just maybe giving him some compliments, telling him what he's doing right, and also addressing, like, yes, some positive affirmations, looking in the mirror, and just, like, self-evaluating,
Whenever we do this kind of thing, we need to bring a mirror up there so he can look in that mirror and be like, I got this.
I believe.
Do you think we're doing positive affirmations on the mound? You're beautiful. You're beautiful just the way you are. No, yes. He's up there and he's telling him,
a beautiful
bro.
pitch, but you just need to, bring it up a little, or throw it a little faster, or let's.
He's definitely just making jokes out there on the mound, but he's definitely not doing positive affirmations. I can tell you that.
You never know. Maybe every time you're not out there, they do positive affirmations.
Ouch. Well, we got 2 strikes here on McAndrews. We're going to end that talk. Bring out a mirror to the mound, really? That's your idea?
Yes. I just came up with that idea, but I actually really like it. Just to, really, have him look at himself in the mirror and be like, wow, look at me go, I'm really here and I got this.
Anyway, so Kaden, you're from Virginia. Are you a Nats fan?
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, it's okay, I'm a Phillies fan. And we have a pop-up cut.
Peyton Stefoff.
And bottom of the 3rd.
I mean, look at that play again here on instant replay. You can go ahead and see Peyton catch that ball, just busting his tail in from right over to right center just to catch it on the run.
Beautiful, truly beautiful. we're back, top of the third. Bottom of the top of the third. Bottom of the third. You said top. That's not even my fault. Anyway, Kaden?
Sorry, we lost one. It is the bottom of the second inning.
Are you serious? You have to take credit.
Well,
for
that
one.
officiating class must not be very good. We might need it. No, I'm just kidding.
There's no
I'll take partial blame for that. We just confused the runs and the innings. Anyways, we got Adam Schiff here up to bat. He's one of our seniors. You just heard from his dad a little bit earlier. Adam's just been a key player on this team for the last 3 years. Such a big leader in the quote-unquote clubhouse of the team. You know, just in the dugout, just taking care of business. Never had an executive position. Never led the team in a formal way. He's just been a great voice and great man for this team. And Adam's going to drive that one up the middle. He's going to get through for a single. What a great day for Adam. You know, get a hit on his last day of baseball.
Yeah, really good piece of hitting right there. Just really driving it right up the middle. So, no, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, as you can see a replay right here, gets a middle pitch, drives it right up the middle again.
I thought it was cool.
Now up to bat is Lucas Van Gent out of Jersey. You know, we got a lot of guys on this team. I mentioned Howell earlier, transferred from Limestone. Lucas here himself transferred from William Patterson this year. And we got Jamal Scarborough on deck, and he went to Claflin last year. So there's a lot more guys coming into college just looking to play club sports and just kind of get out of the whole NCAA system, especially at those lower D3, D2 levels, just simply because of the portal and things like school shutting down. So that's going to drop in looking like left field. He's coming in. He's going to catch it, not going to move the runner as Adam heads back to first. Now we got Jamal coming up, number 33. Jamal's had a great back half of the season, especially. Just been driving in a lot of runners in scoring position, you know, just doing the things he needs to do, just taking great at-bats at the plate. And so hopefully we can get the Tigers another great at-bat here and get us a run.
And strike one.
Just so you can listen to their commentary. And
Strike two. Like Dave He was there like a long time.
Old early on now.
He was there like long time broadcaster.
That's Maura and Ryan.
Now up to bat is number 20, Cooper Williams from York, South Carolina. Coop's just a great guy in this team. Again, just really an all-around team guy, just willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. Coop, fun fact about Coop is he has a twin brother, identical.
Does he also play?
He used to play baseball in high school, not playing club, but his brother actually bull rides.
Oh, like
Professionally?
yeah,
Yeah, like in local tournaments and stuff. And he also wrestles bulls.
wrestles bulls. That's
He'll wrestle a bull. I don't know what it's called, but he told me the other day.
Is this like a club thing at Clemson, or did he go out and find this himself?
He's just from South Carolina.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Where are we all from up here? I'm from Virginia.
I'm from Philadelphia.
Georgia.
Okay, so you're about the closest. Have you ever heard of someone wrangling and wrestling a bull?
No, I've never heard of someone wrestling a bull. I've only heard of bull riding because
And
I
the-
feel like bull wrestling is extremely dangerous.
There's the racing. You race like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
you run and the bulls follow
the
you.
Camino de los Toros over in Spain, the running of the bulls.
Yes, my uncle did
I
that.
think it's the Camino, whatever. No, I'm thinking of the Camino de Santiago, but yeah.
Hi, we're back in the top of the third, 3-0 ball game. Howell back on the mound. We were just talking about the debate between softball and baseball face mask and wearing face masks in the infield. Yeah, I played softball, and I really only would wear it on the pitching mound because we are real close. I mean, like 45 feet between, and I've gotten so many line drive comebacks where it's like, yeah, some serious stuff could happen.
Well, I think it makes sense on the mound or even at third base when you're trying to protect from the slap. But other than that, like, I mean, Peyton Steffoff and Reese Purcell and Cooper Williams are 3 outfitters today. Not a single one of those guys wearing a face mask. Why do you need a face mask in softball in the outfield? I mean, I just think it's kind of ridiculous that some people push for that. I mean, if you want to wear it, it's your choice. But I just think that it's a little weird to kind of force that on that. And they don't ever really advocate for that for baseball players either. So that's a little interesting.
Yeah, I feel like y'all would. I feel like it's just not normalized in baseball, so like y'all would just feel like kind of embarrassed or something. That's just how I feel.
Joel Embiid's Batman mask.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? He broke his nose.
Break your face. Now you just gotta wear it. Well, a lot of them are super cool. As there's a grounder out to shortstop, and that's thrown to first for the out. 1 down.
One down.
Yeah. Have you never heard that?
I'm thinking of like downs, like football.
God.
We used to have this cheer in softball that was 1 out, 2 to go.
You played softball?
Say 1 out, 2. I stopped at machine pitch. Because actually this is a good story. No, machine pitch. And basically machine pitch?
It's not a thing. Machine pitch baseball.
And there's
the throw to the plate will be in time.
She meant throw to
Bag.
first base.
Base. I'm getting far. Anyway, basically, I played machine pitch and I couldn't hit the ball because they thought I had seeing problems. I went to the eye doctor and it turns out I just stink at baseball or softball or whatever. What? Yeah.
So you have dyslexia, right? Do you think was that like?
Dyslexia ruined my baseball career, pretty much. Softball.
But that's like only letters and like words, isn't it? That's not like.
Talking about seeing, they thought I had eye problems, and it was actually just I can't hit.
Dang.
Yeah. My life is a struggle.
He's gonna swing over top of that one. I'm hoping Howell goes back to another slider. I mean, this guy's a good hitter, but I mean, he's struggled with the off speed this weekend. I think he just keeps swinging over it. I think he's got a hit or two, but I think they've been on fastballs or hung off speed. So just get this one's down. Hopefully, get him back in the dugout, and he lays off of it.
Do y'all track the speed of these pitches?
Yeah, in practice, sometimes we get out a radar gun, or certain teams will bring one, but normal games, no, not really. Yeah.
Next season.
Next season, we're gonna when we get demoted from broadcasting, we're gonna be in charge of the radar gun, huh?
I'd like that.
And now where are we heading, Maura? What inning is this? Bottom of the
Third.
Hey.
I did it. It wasn't even my fault that I said the wrong inning. You told me the wrong inning. There's
I'm about to glaze you. Are we live?
And we're back.
And we're back. We got Sam Kemmerer leading off the inning for the Tigers. Sam comes from a great high school program up in Northern Virginia, so he's quite familiar with the Dukes. He comes from Loudoun County, Virginia, played at Freedom High School. I went to the state championship a couple of times while he was there, went pretty deep in the state playoffs. And so we're going to see if he can go ahead and lead us off here against his hometown rivals.
Did you make it to those Northern Virginia state playoffs?
We did, yeah, we did.
Did you win?
No, we actually choked.
And you know what? That's fine. It happens. Oh, as there's a little bloop up to first, and that's out number 1.
Stepping up to bat is number 9, Reese Purcell. He's one of the shorter guys on the team, which makes it pretty hard for the pitcher to get it in the zone, but he's just a great bat for the Tigers. Sorry, I just had to say that as a joke. Reese said I couldn't say that. I thought it'd be pretty funny because earlier in the year we had another announcer up here who did the same thing for Jamal, and so it's been kind of a running joke in the team that I had to say it for Reese. But Reese has been great. He hit a bomb last weekend against Georgia. He's up now. Takes a strike down the middle, hanging slider. Probably not what he wanted for the first pitch of that bat. But hopefully we can get a fastball here and just drive something in the gap for an extra base hit.
Ball.
Kaden, what were your high school stats?
Yeah, let's hear that.
Like stats? I think my senior year I ended right around like 420, 430.
Ooh. Wow. Why didn't you get recruited to the Clemson baseball team?
Because my junior year I didn't hit for crap, but I think I was committed to Emory University going into my freshman year of college. My senior year, right before freshman year of college. And in December I found out I basically just didn't get in academically. It's a really good academic school. Found out like in December, didn't really have any other time to get recruited. All the other schools are kind of full. Trevor on this team actually, who's in center field, I mentioned he went to Emory. We were actually in the same recruiting class, but I ended up not going, so I ended up just coming straight to Clemson and. That was kind of it.
So was it on you to decide that you didn't want to go to Emory because of that, or would you have to, because you got recruited by them?
No, yeah, so basically for D3 schools, you don't have scholarships, you don't have like automatic kind of buy-ins, you can kind of push people through. And the coach basically told me like, hey, we have 10 guys we're recruiting, 8 normally get in, 2 don't. And I was even down there like a week earlier. Like I thought academically I had a 4.4, did well on my SAT, all that stuff matched out. And then obviously baseball, I mentioned our high school team did pretty well, and my senior stats are great and everything. And so, I don't know, it just kind of really didn't work out. It was really weird. I ended up being like the only one who didn't get in out of the recruiting class. And so I think it was just some providence from God, because it's just been a blessing to be part of this team. These guys are awesome. I can't imagine my life without them. I gave a lot of crap to Reese, but that guy's going to be by my side at my wedding one day. So it's definitely been awesome, and I think it's worked out for the better. And Trevor will tell you, he is in center field, and he, like I said, he played every game at Emory, and he said that he enjoys club baseball 100 times more than D3.
Here's a replay on that stolen base by Reese over here. Gets a fantastic jump, and the catcher throws it down. Doesn't even throw it to the shortstop, throws it behind the bag. Also almost goes into the center field, but awesome steal.
Yeah. That's what I came here to do. Review.
So, would you have preferred the city lifestyle in Atlanta, or did you like the more small town Clemson vibe?
Definitely a culture shock coming from Northern Virginia, but I mean, it does I don't know. I really do like Clemson. I think I would have learned to dislike Atlanta if I was there for too long, to be honest.
So speaking on that culture shock, I actually didn't notice too much of a culture shock in Clemson itself. However, when you travel outside and you go to not the closest Walmart, but the one next to that, and they're selling guns in your Walmart, and then the culture shock happens. Other than also the clothes, I guess, that people wear at Clemson, I never really had that culture shock, except for also boiled peanuts. Yeah.
You still haven't tried them.
But yeah, we're back, and we're here with Brennan, number 16. Or Peyton, number 16 is up. That last pitch the umpire called on Stalsey was a little bit outside. I'm surprised at that.
ABS.
Yeah, ABS system. Hey, there we go. That's a good word. What's the ABS system stand for?
Automatic balls and strikes system.
Ooh, how many challenges do you get a game per team?
You get 2.
I mean, she's on top of it. Maura, would you get this?
I came up with a new acronym for it when we went to the Braves game.
What'd you say?
Something baseball. No, I have no idea, but yeah.
I don't know, but I will say the Atlanta Braves are the worst ABS challenge team of all time.
Can you put the microphone on? hold the mic. Reese.
Hey, I have a big personality, okay?
Poor Kaden Kalani kicked out our broadcaster here.
Well, now that's true. That is true. We will.
We're coming over here. We have a Clemson statistics teacher up here in the stands. This is Ty Baker's teacher. What's your name?
Rachel.
Rachel. Is Ty a good student?
Yes.
He is. Well, what's his grade in the class?
I can't tell you that.
Is it an A?
I can't tell you that.
Is it a B?
I can't tell you.
Is it an F? Be honest. Is he failing? Is he failing the class?
I can't tell you that.
Is there anything you can tell us about Ty?
I'm hoping right now I don't get.
He does. He does. So when Ty gets in the game today, you think he's gonna hit a home run?
I think he's playing today.
No, he is. He's gonna go in the game. Yeah.
Sure.
At least my mic's on.
Home run. You also have Charlie Rakowski.
Yes.
Okay. Who's the better student?
Well, Charlie skipped the game, so I think that's.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else you want to say to the broadcast?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Let us know when you want to put on our mic. I have my mic right now, and I think.
Did you hear what I said about Reese?
Yeah, I don't know.
Kaden's coming in.
Oh, sweet.
Kalani, is our mics good? Mics are still on?
There you go. Dude, I love that y'all have a bit. I'll make sure I make it more dramatic.
Well, welcome everyone to JB Owens. You heard one of our favorite broadcast groups coming in. Maura, Kane, Riley, Morgan, and Kaden Colangelo, one of the players as well, coming in. We are coming into the top of the fourth, sitting at a 3-0 lead for JMU, if I remember the score correctly from down back by the graphics. But this is Brian Warner, and Drew Landon is joining me as well. Drew Landon will most likely be doing the play-by-play from here on out, but we'll be doing this as a tag team, kind of going through.
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely loving it. Brandon House still on the mound for the Tigers. As I'm trying to learn still the JMU roster, I don't know who 25 and 18 are, and I don't know one other dude, but 25 is at the plate. So
one of those names that we cannot say and cannot disclose to y'all is at the plate. But the B team taking out the A team now, and thank you, Maura and Riley, for their time on the commentary area as our whole setup is going.
Our whole tent is going.
Our whole tent is gone here, as that one is dealt, and that is called strike by the umpire behind the plate. I feel like Howell's been dealing today. It's just he got caught up in a little bit of a jam during that second inning, and runners were just flooding in. A little bit of small ball came in, and unfortunately he just couldn't keep it out of the area.
Absolutely. This was like a little bit reminiscent from the first game we called 2 weeks ago when we were playing Coastal Carolina, where you had just these massive runs of scores. I mean, it was 8-6, and then it was, I think, like 14-2, 14-7, whatever the score was. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But it was like these major runs, and then the pitchers themselves weren't even that bad. It was the fact that you just had a really bad inning or like a few different poor pitches that just led to awful.
Barely not able to make the catch there in right field.
And the two players that we don't know are on first and second, unfortunately.
Great, yeah.
So we know 25's on first, 18's on second. We were trying to go through getting this. But we do know the one coming up, and that is the pitcher, Rocco Albano.
Rocco Albano, the pitcher for JMU tonight.
You should be able to put that on. You take it off. Oh, wait. Now don't worry, we are still using some of the mics kind of walking through, so you might be hearing me have some steps as I pass a dog there. But Drew is clipping on. Hold on. Drew, I got you a magnet. Drew, if you want to clip or if you want to magnetize on.
I was looking over to second base, heavily so.
It's a magnet too.
Thank
That ball is
you.
up. Oh, I might catch it. No, I'm not going to catch that one.
That ball is up in the air. And
Fortunately, I won't be able to get that ball.
It's caught by Adam Schiff behind the bag. And that will be an out for the Tigers here.
Yeah, that pitch just seemed to be a little bit high. Batter got underneath it, popped it straight up back to Adam Schiff, and Adam Schiff did a phenomenal job getting up quick enough to catch it right along the line, the fencing line. Got a little fan in the booth right now with a dog. Man, I love dogs. I'm a dog person, if you guys don't know at home.
Dog might want to do some commentary too. He might want to bump us off as well.
Might give him a mic.
Hey,
Hook him up.
how are we feeling about the game today?
Do we think Trevor McAndrew's going to get a hit here?
I wish there was like a camera pointed at us. We're interviewing the dog here.
Oh, I absolutely would love this.
In the
That is a
area.
pretty pitch, right on the outside.
Really great pitch there by Howell, and that's something you need with two runners both on first and second. Ian Shickley, I
Hey, the dog was
believe,
staying with us.
Ian
Go ahead.
Shickley, I believe, is the runner on second, and Steven Carrazzo is the runner on first, as they will get the out at second, and that throw is a little bit over on first, and that will make another runner score for JMU, making this a 4-0 game for JMU now. And now Clemson has a hole to dig out of, and you need your big hitters to start showing up here. Brian, do you know some players that you think are going to show up for the Tigers here?
Absolutely. I know one of them we always like to give the moniker of Mr. Clutch is Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff, we love to see that going, but you really just need the top of your lineup going. You don't need a big home run. You don't need a big hit. You just need constant contact to get on base, whether it's good eyes, whether it's just singles, just to get some momentum going. This is a spot that they're not familiar with, this Clemson baseball team, and they are nationally ranked for a reason, and it is because they are just consistently good in jumping on teams. They're in a little bit of a position of unfamiliar to territory. It is a 1-1 series right now. I just think you just need some momentum, just some momentum to get up and going. You're not giving up too big leads, only 4 runs, which is crazy to say only, but it is only 4 runs. So let's see if they can kind of just get those little fundamentals going and the simplicity.
Yeah, and if I'm the Tigers here, I'm kind of looking at Peyton Steffoff in right field, because during the Wisconsin game, he had a hit that went off the wall in the backfield, and I feel like he can string some stuff together, albeit he's been a little quiet in these series recently, but I feel like he could be a guy that could pull a big hit out of him and get some Tigers in for Clemson.
Absolutely. And even though Brandon Howe's been in these positions, he's been able to kind of stay composed. And, I mean, yeah, you give up 1 run, you give up 2 runs. The 3-run, I believe, his second inning was off of bases loaded. So, I mean, that's just a tough opportunity to be at anyway. But he's been very composed and gets right back in with 2 straight strikes thrown here. 3, excuse me. Retires the batter and ends the inning.
Great job there by Brandon Howell to end this one. That's impressive work. And now we got to see some Tiger bats, though.
Absolutely.
Heading into this next inning.
You want to see the team get just as excited as Moody was coming off that inning. So let's see if they can.
Yeah.
It's like riding a bike. We're trying to find like our groove.
How do I?
Oh, you can magnetize it. So that's a magnet.
So do it. I don't have anything magnetic, though.
We are back.
Wait, you said that?
JB Owens.
Yeah, that was me.
I'm so sorry.
Sitting on as we have a little bit of a committee here talking. Drew and I are live, going through. We will be seeing Luke Gotti, or Gotti. I do apologize for mispronouncing this. Stepping up at the plate, already had a 1-1 count, I think. We got an upgrade in our technology.
Yeah, we can start moving around now. We can head behind the plate. We can head in front of the plate as that one goes downstairs.
We pretty much move like a slider. You know, you just kind of slide anywhere you want, breaking ball. You know, you expect us to go somewhere else, and we move somewhere unexpected. That's like where we are. So we kind of got upgraded from those headphones that kept us in a spot, which ended up costing us to both have second-degree burns, which was not great from sun. But nonetheless, now we can move out and walk around.
That one is called a strike by the umpire.
You know, we talk about Clemson so much. Albano on the mound for JMU has been phenomenal. I mean, he has been a big reason why Clemson has not been able to succeed behind the plate, at least not a lot today. So I want to give a lot of praise there. And the defense by JMU has been pretty good too, but it's mainly just been on Albano's arm and his ability to keep the batters from either hitting or if they do make contact, making it either a pop-up or a ground out.
Kwiatkowski is on this one, and that is a walk for the Tigers. Kwiatkowski will advance to first base.
Of course, we can't have a game without an announcer jinx, right? Like that's just how it is. That's what I'm saying here. That's what I'm doing. I'm playing devil's advocate.
What's that center called where you registered your ring?
The Alumni Center? Neary Center.
What?
Neary Alumni Center.
As Adam Schiff steps up to the plate, this is the guy that I said to watch out for. Drew gave him the moniker Mr. Clutch. As that one goes off the ankle. Good grief.
That one looked like it stung. Those always sting. Right off the ankle.
Off the bone.
Brutal. Yeah.
Should even notice that Luke on first was going to get ready to steal. He was running out trying to get that second bag, try and get a runner in scoring position for the Tigers.
For us, it was.
Here you go, Ted!
You sent me the roster sheet. So Adam Schiff dealing off against Rocco here. The JMU pitcher, that one goes back to first. Looks like a close call there, but that one comes up to Nort for JMU. Runner stays on first for the Tigers.
Pickoff was a big word last week at the D2 club. They were about, I think, one pitcher. It was their relief pitcher. As that was a second pickoff, by the way. But their relief pitcher had 8 pickoffs in his showing in one game. He attempted, and he got 1 after 8.
Hey, if you fail, try, and try again, as that runner is out on second base for the Tigers. That is a great throw by the catcher for JMU.
Absolutely. We're still learning some positions here. We do know some of the names. I just didn't see the number of the catcher. We try our best to be as professional as we can, but sometimes it is tough to have everything. So I'm sharing with my fellow commentator the roster we created out here.
Adam Schiff drills that one into center, and that one goes off the wall, unfortunately. Adam Schiff goes to second, runs to second, goes to third, and he keeps going. Adam Schiff makes it a triple for the Tigers here at JB Owens, and that is the first big bit of momentum for the Tigers here. And your big man, Adam Schiff, coming up clutch.
Might as well think I was a fortune teller. I said you just need simple hits, pieces of contact, and Mr. Clutch always delivers when the moment is the biggest. Many people crumble when pressure applies. Schiff turns to a diamond, and he destroys whatever pressure is around him, as he is now one of the few runners that Clemson has in scoring position. And that was a beautiful shot right up to the 380-foot sign at center field.
And like they're saying in the dugout right now, I feel like Adam Schiff would be a terrifying linebacker because he just moved around those bases.
Yeah, I blinked, looked away at the ball, looked back, and he was already on his way to third. So that was ridiculous how fast he went around.
So Caleb Thompson coming to bat now for the Tigers, going up against Rocco, the JMU pitcher.
I think our furry friend wants to come back up to the booth. And that is a foul ball back into almost a Little League field behind us.
Our furry friends always need their screen time.
Absolutely.
Always have to respect that.
We are furry friend advocates out here. Let him go through.
So that is a great pitch down by Rocco. that sends Caleb Thompson to the shops. And the tallest batter on the Clemson baseball team comes up to the plate. This is Jamal Scarborough.
After giving up a triple, that is a great way to get your momentum back into your favor if you are the Dukes. For Rocco as Jamal Scarborough leading off. Chops one over to the foul line.
Chops that one over to us on this third base line.
One thing I've always loved about D1 baseball is the relaxivity, but also the competition level. Like, they're relaxed, but they're competitive. They have fun, they joke around, they're player-led. But when the time comes, they get into a very competitive level, which shows the switch that these athletes have, even at this club level.
Yeah, I was going to say that before. I feel like it was just really goofy when I walked in. I walked in during the second inning. I was a little bit late. My bad, guys. But it was just so goofy. I saw the JMU players kind of just enjoying themselves. It was a 0-0 game still. Nothing really happened. Clemson was enjoying themselves over here. Moody was playing some little sound effects on the little speakers in the stadium. Everything is just a little more lax, but whenever it is time for that to dial in, it is dialed in, as we see on this field now. Adam Schiff over at third and Jamal in the batter's area with Rocco dealing on the pitcher's mound. As that one goes back and the catcher gets there. Adam Schiff opts not to go.
Moody is playing around joking that he's frustrated. He does freak out a little bit, but he reminds Adam it's just all love, it's all jokes. As Moody is, like we said, this is player-led, so Moody is one of the players, actually he's a pitcher, that when we were last out here, got a chance at the plate, first chance ever, and almost had his first hit since high school.
Almost, but
will we see him do that again?
No.
We don't know.
I think Moody might be a little retired from batting now. I think his prime days might be over, but I mean, maybe he can deal some pitches, but I think his time in the batter's box might be over.
Speaking of pitches, though, that was a disgusting slider or curveball. I don't know what it was.
It was a dot.
Rocco
It was a dot.
threw one, and it broke so hard. Jamal swung, slipped. I mean, everyone slips when you go through, but I mean, it was just a phenomenal pitch. We come into the bottom of the fifth, top of the fifth here.
Number 19, Trevor McAndrews, the man on the plate here for JMU going up against Sam in the pitcher's area, as that one is downstairs. Ball 1 for Trevor McAndrews at the top of this lineup for JMU.
Brandon Howe still on the mound for the Tigers. As they're going into the series-defining game.
Brandon Howell. I keep saying Sam Howell. I think I'm thinking of the quarterback.
The draft just did conclude yesterday, but Sam Howell played for Washington and then Seattle.
Yeah.
I don't know where he is now. It might be in the CFL or USFL. But I don't blame you. I say that last name is
Sam
attached
Howell,
to a very famous person. Semi-famous, I should say. If he succeeded more in the NFL, maybe he'd be famous. maybe very famous.
Maybe just a little bit more.
But he made somewhere that I couldn't, so I can't hit him too hard. Brandon Howell will be going on his 65th pitch here.
Brandon Howell deals there, and that one is a walk for JMU and Trevor McAndrews for this JMU team. And that brings up Matt Moore, number 91, I believe, to the plate.
Evan Brobst.
Yeah, Evan Brotz coming up for JMU.
Okay, we apologize. We apologize if we mispronounce any name. We try our best here, but we also have no guidance on what they're pronouncing outside of Clemson's.
We really have no double checks because once we pull up, the game's already kicked off, and if we talk to the coaches, I mean.
Even the games that we come in early, I mean, I came in right before 11, but even those games, I mean, it's very tough to get to know, especially a guy from another area.
That one goes to the backstop, and runner will advance to second. Trevor McAndrews making his way over for JMU.
Yeah, Trevor McAndrews on second, Evan up to the bat, to the plate. JMU, as we hear the speaker say Bluetooth disconnected and Bluetooth pairing. JMU.
Moody trying to figure out what sound he's going to play next.
There's a special tie to this game for me. As my sister went to JMU, she graduated from JMU with a double major, I should say. And so I kind of have this like weird connection, but the sibling rivalry always.
That ball is laced into left, gets through the gap, gets past the third baseman. That is a wild throw, but the pitcher there to clean up. Runner on first and third now. Trevor McAndrews over at third and Eric Brotz over at first.
Jamal is holding his arm. This is not good.
Evan Brotz.
Jamal, who's the shortstop that attempted to make that throw, great defensive slide, is holding his throwing arm, which may have been why. Someone else is yelling from the crowd that it's his last day.
That someone might be Moody, and he's yelling to Reese, trying to help his guy out. He's saying, Reese, safety patrol officer, we need you to help our guy who's on the ground. Little bit of inside jokes here in the Clemson area. I heard one might be going around that Jamal might be the smallest person on the team. So rumor has it. And someone might have started that. Some commentator. I don't know his name, but some guy.
Rhymes with Lou Drandon over
here.
Yeah,
Lou Drandon started that one up. We all gotta.
Nonetheless, JMU, the runner at first. I believe that is Evan Stoll second. As I'll tell you one thing, the guy at the plate is not small. This is Cole Elrod.
Yeah, now Cole Elrod comes up to the batter's box, coming up against Brandon Howell. As that one is chopped into shallow. And that one will go to first, get the out. Easy out there for the Tigers, and that's kind of what you need with runners on second and third.
Absolutely, and Jamal kind of rebounds. I mean, in all fairness, the last play wasn't even that bad of a defensive stop. It just, you're trying to throw from your hip, it's tough, ball slips out, you're sweaty, whatever the case may be. Ended up actually working out because it came down the third base line, and the pitcher was able to cut it off and keep the runner at third. So not really any fault of Jamal's, but Jamal making a great defensive play there as this infield is pinched in.
Justin Swerlo, the first baseman, now batting for JMU, coming up against Brandon Howell, who has been pretty good this game. Ran inside jam in the second, but overall has been pretty solid. And then Pitcher deals. That one, clean strike down the middle of the plate. If you're Swerdlow, you're looking at that. I feel like that's a pitch you kind of want to swing at if you're Swerdlow, especially with runners on second and third.
I could see that, but I think when you're sitting out here with only a ball, you might want to be a little bit proactive, especially when you're trying to add on more runs. I do like the idea of being aggressive, but especially when you're up 4-0, you want to be a little bit more cautious.
That one is chopped to shallow third, thrown over to first, and that'll be another punchy for Clemson, making it 2 outs now with runners on second and third.
And just like that, you go from one of the worst positions you could be in, running on second and third with no outs. As Justin decides to act, a little crazy on the sideline for a joke with the player coach that's there. But like I said, you're in one of the most awkward positions to be in. Second and third, no outs, down 4. Now you have a second and third, 2 outs, down 4. Number 18 coming up the bat. I wish I could tell his name.
And number 18, one of the men who we don't have the name for. Maybe I can get it on this.
Might be able to guess.
Yeah, take some guesses. Ian Shickley is number 18, coming up to bat for JMU. That one is dotted by Brandon Howell, kind of getting a little bounce back from the beginning of this inning where he had the 2 runners on base, runners on first and third, and then runner advancing to second, and now in a pretty pole position to get himself out of this inning. Wonder what's going to happen down this line. Pitcher deals, and that one is chopped into shallow center. And that one is Jamal getting the throw to first, and that will be an out. And Brandon Howell gets out of a jam here, avoids falling into more of a slump for the Tigers. And Clemson makes this game a competitive one still. JMU still up, however.
Anyone gets the right now, it's going to be me.
Honestly, from now on, just stand over there.
Actually behind a plate getting food.
Yeah, we're getting some food right now.
As your commentators have to eat too to be able to give you guys the most up-to-date information.
First chicken tenders, and then the next one's going to be about a 6-minute wait, and then the fries are about a 4-minute wait.
No problem.
Thank you. First time ever. Rocco. Mind you, Clemson,
here, kid. Come on, bub.
The Tigers. Sam Kemmerer to the batter's box for the Tigers. Third baseman here at JB Owens.
Go. I can hear what you're saying. Explain what you're saying. That's right. I know what you're saying. What I'm saying. It's a fun little experiment that we got going. Because Drew and I both have a headset and a mic on, but we're going on opposite sides of the field. Playing around a little bit of what we can do and how you can hear us back home. Hopefully this is all smooth and good as I return with my 3 tenders.
And I'm waiting for mine here behind home plate. So 2 different areas, but we're figuring that out as that one goes for a strike to Kemmerer.
Gotta be over here. Okay.
Pitcher deals there. That one is dotted down the middle of the plate. Kemmerer trying to get back into the count.
This is Big Kimson up here, the lefty for Clemson. Cooper's on first. He hits that one.
That one is hit to left field, but that one unfortunately falls into the hands of the left fielder for JMU, and that will send him Kemmerer packing.
Good piece of contact, exactly what you want to see from the Clemson batters right now. It's just now you got to see it fall in a position that can get a benefit for the Tigers team. That one, unfortunately, almost probably like a few feet farther than what would be a perfect one.
Number 9, Reese Purcell coming up to for the Tigers now. That one, Rocco's pretty much been dealing all day, though, as mentioned before, for this JMU side. Keeping it pretty quiet. Getting a little to deal with, but other than that, it's been a pretty solid showing for Rocco.
Absolutely. Going through 5 innings or coming up on your 5th inning, you're 4 1/3 in, and you're only 66 pitches. Pretty impressive deal.
One is laced into left field, but that falls into the glove of the left fielder. I'm just waiting for mine. We are rotating around. I did just see the ball get hit. Unfortunately, I cannot give you commentary on this one. Coming back, though. And it looks like JMU is headed back to the dugout. So.
tell me when.
Wait.
All right. What's your name?
Andrew Moody.
I'm here with Andrew. What's up? We're live. I'm here with Andrew, who's a senior, about to graduate, playing his last Clemson baseball game. What has club baseball meant to you these last 4 years?
I mean, I actually only played 3, but club baseball has meant a lot to me. It's just been a great experience to continue playing baseball. So yesterday I threw my last pitch ever of my life. So 18 years of my life is just wrapped up this weekend. So it means a lot.
Hey, you said you threw your last pitch. What's that meant for you?
I mean, really, it means like everyone that's been in my baseball journey, starting from like my parents, Dave and Debbie, going down to like my varsity coach, Coach Schultz, and like Eddie Pazinski, Mark Sheehan, Tomas Michelson, my catchers along the way, Adam Schiff, who's in the game, Jack Desmond, Jake Glenn, and like Matt Ricardo, like everyone who's been along in my baseball journey. I just want to thank Rick DeZingle, one of the greatest coaches I've ever had. I just want to thank all of them, really, because I wouldn't be here if it weren't for them.
Throughout these 18 years playing baseball, what are you most proud of in your career?
What am I most proud of? You know, I think I'm most proud of, I left the field with a smile yesterday. I think that's the greatest thing. I didn't pitch versus Georgia in that series. I was emotional, and I'm happy that I had that moment with the game, and then I could come out here today and just have fun one last time, or came out yesterday, have fun one last time, and just leave the field with a smile. And it was poetic. Second to last out, strikeout to Adam, and then my last pitch ever was a pop fly to Evan. So it was fun to have us 3 seniors got to be a part of that in the last time.
Nice. Thank you, Andrew.
Dude, I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you.
Kalani, how was that? How was the audio on that?
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
Need this?
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Always.
We are now back here at the game. Thank you, Kaden, for doing that interview. Pretty solid appearance. If you had to rate yourself, what would you give yourself?
Probably a 3 out of 10.
I feel like it wasn't your fault, though.
10 out of 10.
Thank you.
10 out of 10, for sure.
Up to an 8.
Believe in yourself. 10 out of 10.
Thanks, Andrew.
Andrew feeding some good words to Kaden here on the sideline as Brandon Howell deals his next challenge, which is number 15 for the JMU Bats.
I'll write that.
This is number 15, Rocco Albano, the pitcher for the game. The next Shohei Ohtani, potentially. Not with an at-bat like that, he won't be the next Shohei Ohtani as he is retired. Just a great pitch there by Brandon Howell to retire the batter, Rocco Albano. Brian Warner's handing me my food right now. Best man alive. I don't know why I full name you always. You're one of those names that are just better said as a full name.
Ah, thank you. Does that mean my first name's Ben?
I like B-Dubs. B-Dubs is the best way to
B-Dubs?
B-Dubs is nice too.
Got another nickname called Beamer. That's just a BMW.
Oh, nice.
Just my initials.
That's pretty good. BMW is huge in Greenwich.
Number 91, Matt Moore, up
There's
to
a huge
bat
plan.
for the Tigers. Or for JMU, correction.
That is a good pitch.
6.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right? 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Pitcher deals.
Like everyone is 6 people away from Kevin Bacon.
Everyone's probably a degree away from me.
Probably not. What about people in China? They don't know you. You probably have.
My roommate is me.
That's that you just said.
And I believe we have our first pitching change of the game. I believe
we do. It's
Cafaro.
Joseph Cafaro. Yep, I was looking at the same
Cafaro.
thing. Great
Into the game
announcers
as that
on
one
the
is
same page.
shallow dropped. Jamal gets that one over to first on a great throw to send JMU back to the dugout. Just a great throw there by Jamal, a jumping throw over to that first base side. That's a really impressive play there for the Tigers, and they need something like that if they are to get back into this one.
It was a little late game in the distance. I think just had a home run. I'm hearing all the cheers from the afar. But nonetheless, here we are. Great inning to be a Tiger. Jamal's been seeing a lot of action at short. Hopefully he can keep that going into the later game.
Back here at JB Owens now, we have Peyton Staffoff in the batter's box for the Tigers. And this is the guy that I thought was going to come up big for the Tigers. And first up here, so any hit here would be big and could potentially start a rally here for this Clemson side. As that one is dealt into a strike.
So then building on what you said, Drew, I mean, any hit, like you said, is pivotal here. Because you're trying to get out of this 4-0 hole. You're trying to get the momentum going. You have 3 innings, 3 at-bats, technically 9 outs.
That one is laced into shallow center by Peyton. And that will be caught by the JMU fielder to retire Peyton Staffoff here.
Because it's not really the hope that you're looking for coming in to start this inning. You're hoping to possibly get a little bit of a solid hit going. But nonetheless, you just got to work with what you got. So now, Tigers are looking at their final 11 outs, I believe. A lot of outs, but a lot of opportunities are also afoot.
So Luke Gotti headed over to bat now for the Tigers. I think it's the first time I've seen Luke Gotti play for this Clemson side. And we interviewed him, I think, a few weeks ago. And I think he had a pinch run appearance during that game. But I'm excited to see what Luke Gotti got in the batter's box, though.
Absolutely. I mean, you're sitting out here with a great opportunity. This game right now is falling into the moment of opportunity. It's not quite desperation.
My senior year of high school.
And you never want to look at it as desperation. But you are looking for an opportunity just to get a hit. If I'm looking at Luke, I'm trying. And it's tough to try and hit a ball in a certain area. But if you can, hit it right between that gap between short and second. It's pretty big as the shortstop shifted over to third.
Bro, I gotta tell Miller.
Absolutely. That's the same place I'm looking, Brian, if I'm hitting a ball. Just in that little sweet spot between all of those fielders. Because they're all spaced out pretty far apart down there in that outfield.
Still impressed with how Robert's been able to go through, or Rocco, has been able to go through this game. I mean, he's coming up, I think he's still sub 100 through 5 1/3 innings.
Huge appearance here for Rocco in this game. Really keeping these Clemson bats quiet.
Absolutely, and this is a Clemson team that explodes usually in every single game. Now, obviously, not every team is going to be consistent throughout the season. It's a long season. You have up and downs. But right now, it's just waiting until when that explosion occurs.
Such a good pitch there to retire Gotti.
But much like Mount Vesuvius, this thing does not explode until the time is right. as Rocco retires another batter and is still sub 75 pitches. He's only at 73, I believe, is what Game Changer is saying. That's kind of the app we use to tell the pitches. Absolutely insane performance.
I mean, I feel like his pitch count management represents the way he pitches as well. I feel like everything is just very calculated from him. He just calculates everything, especially that last pitch to Gotti there. I noticed that. Didn't know if that one was coming our way over there. But
I'm going to pick it up, don't worry.
As I was saying before, Rocco's appearances in the mound are just very calculated. He always just knows the right move, it seems, in this game so far. That one is a strike.
And for those of you that may not do math, 72 pitches in just under 6 innings is roughly around 15, I believe. I'm not a math major, but I'm not too bad at making quick math. So, I mean, that's a pretty impressive showing considering 9 pitches to get 3 outs. And that's on a good, I mean, that's an immaculate inning right there that we've talked about before. So for a pitcher to only have 6 more, maybe 7 or 8 more pitches after that, it's pretty impressive. Stop ball. Yeah.
That one is blooped up into shallow center and caught easily by the JMU fielder.
Now we'll retire the side. Moving into the next inning, the top of the 7th. Score is 4-0, Dukes over Tigers. See if the Tigers with their final 9 outs can get something going.
So we are back here, and the Tigers looking to get back into this one. Got a little bit of a hole to dig out of 4 runs to the evil here, as Cafaro heads onto the mound for the Tigers.
Absolutely, and if you didn't hear the song that was just being played by Andrew Moody on a speaker, Tigers would really like this game to go their way.
And I feel like they definitely need to dictate the game their way, because once they start hitting, they start getting hot. And I mean, there hasn't really been a string anywhere in this lineup of hitters just playing some small ball, and I feel like that's just what Clemson's best at. They're not a very home run team. They're more of a small ball team, and I feel like they need to get to that small ball. Just get a guy on base, get a guy on base, get a guy on base, and eventually you have bases loaded and you're in a good position with the guy in the batter's box that you want to be there. And I feel like small ball just has to be the memo going through the Clemson batters' heads right now. But albeit they do have to get out of this inning and get out of JMU scoring some more runs.
Absolutely. I think it's small ball, and I think it's fundamentals. A lot of people are like, oh, the biggest play, like the best play to do is a home run. Well, no, it's the flashiest, but it's not necessarily the best. The best play to do is the simple, fundamental. Can you get a single? Can you get contact? Can you just throw one out? You don't have to do the double play. You don't have to do the flashy dive. You just have to get the job done. And that's what you're really coming down here. So people get desperate. They're like, we just got to get a big hit. Don't overpower. So many people try to overswing and miss. Just focus on getting a hit. And if each person does that in the lineup, you'll have a much better chance of coming back and getting out of this hole.
Absolutely. As that one is dealt down. It's a good take there by Visser, number 6 for JMU.
It just seems like Cafaro is trying to paint the bottom because this is a taller batter. I mean, this guy probably looks like he's 6'3", 6'4". We don't have the stat behind us, but he looks at all these last 3 pitches have all been right below the knee. He's trying to paint that.
That one is into shallow center, goes to second baseman, and that one will retire Matt Visser at first base. Just a little shallow chopper there to the second baseman, and then making a good throw over to first base. A lot of Frank Sinatra playing in this stadium right now.
I love it.
I love it. I love it too. There are no complaints from me ever if we're playing old music.
You got the dugout singing along.
Especially the King. When we're playing the King.
Trevor McAndrew steps up to the plate here.
That one is called ball.
The middle infield for both teams, especially Clemson, has gotten a lot of action on these outs. I mean, again, this is just showing how good these pitchers have been. Getting the ball to get hit, but hit as a grounder.
As you spoke it in the live, Brian, that's a pretty solid grounder. As the pitcher goes into like airplane cradle formation there to avoid getting hit.
He was out. He was out.
And I think they're calling that one fair on that one. It's definitely a close call there on that play.
I think Moody's getting a little aggressive with it, but nonetheless, we love the aggression here.
Yeah.
Thought it was going to be out.
Let's get a closer look at this one. Just a very close call there at that first base
We're
line.
kind of in the graphics. Unfortunately, we don't have a camera set up right on the base.
Yeah.
It's a little tough to run that many cameras out here. But I know, umpire had a closer call.
Definitely a very close call, but they're sticking with their decision, sticking with their guts, and a runner gets on first and will now head to second as that one heads to the backstop.
Absolutely. And some may argue, like, oh, but, if it's close, why not call it out for the home team? Well, the reason is because they always want to go Tigers with the runner. And so that's just more of a courtesy that's been passed along through decades and decades and decades. I mean, maybe even centuries of baseball. Is just giving the tie to the runner. A lot of it happens in multiple sports.
Evan Bratz drills that one to left field. Hits that one way deep. And that one goes off the wall.
Cooper Williams grabs it at the warning track.
Runner scores for JMU, so that is a 5-0 game now. And the hole for Clemson just keeps growing bigger and bigger. And you gotta wonder if they can get out of this one. Just a great hit there by that Evan Bratz. That was the first baseman making that excellent hit there to the left field line.
Absolutely phenomenal. I think Cole Elrod is the one coming up to the plate now. I mean, Evan just an absolute bomb over top of Cooper Williams, who was playing a little bit more in, being there's a runner on scoring position. You want to play in so it's a quicker plate at the plate, or quicker throw at the plate, possibly getting a better chance of getting out, or at least keeping the runner at third. That one screams over, maybe 1-2 bounces to the warning track, and
I thought I was about to have my second home run call right there. It looked like it was going, but it was just dropping.
Cooper did make a great play, though, because he got it in, pretty much keeping the runner at first that actually hit the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much really all you can ask for in a situation like that. I mean, hopping off the wall, too, Cooper having to run all the way back. As runner advances to second, and that is errant throw. Not an errant throw, just errant at the bases. Errant at second base to let it go through, and then the man playing behind, I believe that was Jamal, just not able to come up with the play.
Sam, tag him, Sam, tag him, Sam, tag him, Sam.
Kaden's out here calling, playing with the...
As that one is laced into center, and these runs are racking up now for JMU. Questions have to be asked whether we're going to stay with Cafaro here or if we're going to make a move.
JMU guy was chirping with a joke the Clemson saying, why not help our runner out? You know, tell him to slide, tell him to get down. Clemson can look at him and say, well, maybe he should know. Maybe he shouldn't have to be told to get down.
But
I believe this is Justin, the first baseman, coming up. So that pitch is low, and we'll send Cole.
Goes to the backstop once more. And now Cafaro finds himself in a jam. 2 runs to the evil for him in this inning. And a runner on second.
Like I said earlier, it's kind of a tug of war in my head about who I want to win. I want Clemson to win, obviously. That's who I want. But as Kaden looks at me, no, I do want it. My sister did go to JMU. She graduated from there. So I have a love for JMU, but I really wanted to lose in this game. It's that sibling rivalry, trust me. It's Clemson all the way. But nonetheless, giving people at home a little bit of a feeling. Try to fire up the dugout. Show me why I should be rooting.
What's the mascot for JMU?
A Duke. It's a dog.
Duke.
It's a great dog.
Are they the JMU Dukes?
They're the JMU Dukes. Wow. But Duke is kind of like a double entendre. It's a dog, but it's like a royal dog. A royal dog. That's why they're purple and gold. Not gonna lie though, Clemson is better as a campus in my opinion.
You're a traitor, Brian. You're a traitor.
Kaden's looking at me. I might. This might be my last game calling.
Kalani is fired.
I might get fired. Kalani gives a thumbs up.
He gave you a thumbs up.
Guys, I'm signing off for the last time. This is
Brian Warner. If you don't see me again, you know where I went. As that one is laced into
that's just tough.
Shallow center. A little bit of an error there by Jamal. Not able to get that as that one brings it in. Runner on third, runner on first now for JMU, and this is getting a little out of hand here. Looks like Cafaro might get the ball taken away on the mound.
What is this music?
It's like Moneyball. It's like
Something big's about to happen. This is gonna be like a triple play. You hear the music?
Kaden, have you guys played JMU so far this year, or this your first time? First time? You guys are still ranked, correct?
Yeah.
I need to hear some Rocky.
Somehow, it's crazy.
What?
I need to hear some
It's
Rocky
JMU.
I didn't
next
say
time.
so. Ty said something.
Ty said somehow. Kaden did not say somehow.
Corny though. You can't do like Hearts on Fire. What Rocky 4?
As Moody walks back elegantly
What? Is there one?
with the gospel music or
no, it feels too
some
easy.
type of music coming on.
Play
Early.
the Rocket League song.
That would work.
We speak Chinese. Come on.
Speak
Play the Rocket
Chinese.
League song.
That's what I tell myself every morning in the mirror, man.
Was able to decide to keep Joseph on the mound. They have trust in him, working through it, just giving him a break.
So yeah, Andrew's sticking to his guns. He's sticking with his guy on the mound as he gets a strike there. I've noticed after all these mound visits, they always benefit the pitcher during these situations, especially Andrew having the guts to go up to his pitcher and be like, hey, we need you to dial in right now. As that one is 2 strikes straight right after the mound visit.
I would love to see the statistic on how many pitches, like the first pitch after a mound visit, when you keep in the same pitcher, are strikes. Because it always seems like probably like 85-90% are strikes. That one's a little low.
Cafaro looking a little bit fresher out there after the mound visit. Good thing for the Tigers, but still JMU, the Dukes.
I would like to clarify my statement. I am rooting for Clemson. I want Clemson to win. But I do have a special love for JMU for my sister. But nonetheless, it is Tigers all the way. But not in this game.
Cafaro getting out of that one with an excellent strike. Just to retire the bat.
Joseph's composure after that mound visit was phenomenal. I mean, I don't know what Moody told him on the mound, but it just seemed like it's been working so far.
Moody did his magic.
There's a reason Moody was chosen to pretty much manage all of the pitching situations. I mean, granted, they make a decision as a group, but Moody is the one to go out there and talk to him. Moody must have some special type of messages that he gives them.
We need that one. It's expensive. No, they do. They have to.
As Moody's trying to get under the umpire's skin a little bit, trying to get there.
We do good too. We have like a quarterback here, transferring from Georgia Tech. There's like a backup there. Ethan from Anderson.
Ethan Anderson, yeah, he went to the high school I was on for. So
Yeah,
it was really good.
He's good. Yeah.
You what?
My flag football team is
Yeah, it was my roommate's team. It was
Yeah.
insane.
Wait,
I
did you
was
play
on it.
flag football?
Yes, I was on a team.
Wait, why
all
did you play
Kane's
flag football?
That one called strike. Cafaro needed that one, getting a little down in this count. 1-2 now. Or 2-1 now for Cafaro. Because that one blazes upstairs.
Yeah, I was on a different flag football team. That's right, guys. Your commentators are athletes too. Coming through.
Ian Shickley in the batter's box for the JMU Dukes. That one is foul.
No, I was on a different. I was on my roommate's flag football team. I've been on the same flag football team for 3 years. Yeah.
I guess you were on my volleyball team that I went to one time. I just like it was like the most inconvenient time.
We made semis.
I know.
We're kind of ticked off with it. We wanted to.
No, thanks.
We wanted to win the whole thing.
Yeah, well, you probably.
That one.
What a pitch.
A mini sword there for Cafaro. Just brilliant execution to get out of that inning. Right after the mound visit, just kind of dialed it in more. And now the Tigers have to fight back here to get back into this one.
Absolutely, Joseph coming off with a smile. I mean, a beautiful job, well done by the Tigers to kind of stop the bleeding, get into the final 9 outs that they have, and continue going. So we will catch you back up in the bottom of the 7th.
Who's 31? Did you say my jersey is not here? What happened? I forgot my jersey. I told you. I put on a hell of a performance for you. Huh? I put on a hell of a performance for you. On top of one. I'm trying. Well, I tried. I thought to get on top of it, through a change up, but I swung 5 inches over.
I know, your mother said, oh, why is he 31? I said, I bet you he forgot his shirt.
Gonna keep it in your bag, don't forget it. I haven't even watched this stuff the whole season.
Oh.
It's gonna walk away from you.
Oh, it's calling big.
The hotel was nice. Did your friends leave?
Kaden, Kaden, what has this season meant to you in club baseball? It's been an awesome experience to be able to field these guys. Hopefully getting that large bid, but if we don't, it's just been a blast just to come out here and just spend time with the boys and keep playing the game we love and just trying to glorify God in the process, no matter which way we can. Whether individually or from the team, what are you most proud of this season? I think I'm just really proud. We had a lot of stuff going on the team earlier in the year. There's a lot of new faces, a lot of just guys coming up and down between the two teams. There's just a lot of work to try to get the team to blend a little bit better. So I'm just proud of the way that towards the end of the season we came together better. Still not perfect, but just the way we've gelled as a team with how many new guys we have is pretty impressive.
This being y'all's last game, I know you're excited about next season. What are you most looking forward to out of next season?
I think we're going to have a much better grasp of what we have talent-wise. We're going to know each other a lot better, so we'll probably play a little bit better together as a team chemistry-wise. With the D2 team, they'll be in their second year as well. So just looking forward to seeing both teams make a playoff run and just looking at both those teams being super talented with a lot more experience.
Perfect. Thank you, Kaden.
Yeah.
We are back in the bottom of the 7th. This I don't even know how to pronounce it, but as Rasputin, thank you. I could not pronounce it. But I remember from Just Dance. That's all I remember it from. But that is playing on the speakers, so we are back up. Rocco is still running. That ball is stroked to right field, going back. The right fielder is running. And that is gone! Home run by the Clemson Tigers! And that is the first run of the game. Stroke past a 320-foot right field wall. That is the first pitch of the inning. What a hit, what a ball by Caleb Thompson. He is rounding back. Will hit home plate, cutting this lead to a 5-1 score. Excuse me, 6-1 score. As the Tigers now all of a sudden have some momentum going.
And Tigers momentum, that's exactly what we need in this game. To start off the inning as well. No outs, clean slate, That is exactly what the doctor ordered.
And as a run goes on the board, all you see is smiles across the faces. And Jamal Scarborough coming up to bat.
Jamal Scarborough, the tallest player on the team.
Using all of that frame to have that ball go above.
Yeah, all of that frame. Is that one laced, chopped, blooped up? Will it get down? It will not. Jamal retired here.
It's Cole Elwood with the catch. And Rocco, who I was about to say, when Thompson's at bat before that first pitch, I was going to say, yeah, they still have Rocco on, who's been solid. Caleb just, closed my mouth other than as that one went through.
Cooper Williams, the lefty, now up for the Tigers, hoping to extend this streak of runs because we need many more if the Tigers are going to get back into this one. 5 to be exact, so 5 is the counter that we're looking for here of runs going around. So we need a little bit of small ball to start developing out of the bottom of this lineup.
Okay.
And just need consistent at-bats like we were talking about before, just a base. As pitcher deals there. Rocco's trying not to make that happen, though, as he has been doing almost perfectly all night until that home run was given up.
I mean, yeah, I think he's just now crossing the 80-pitch threshold. So the question now becomes, how long do you keep him in? Do you keep him in throughout the whole game? Do you try to do a complete game with Rocco, or do you, try and preserve this 5-run lead? That's kind of the question they have here.
Absolutely.
That play will help, as that is a strikeout, leading to 2 outs. So after the home run, 4 pitches later, pretty much 2 outs now. The Tigers are all of a sudden down to their last 7 outs of the game.
Last
maximum outs they have.
Last 7 sends up Big Kimmer to the batter's box against Rocco, who has pitched almost a perfect game. And that one is laced into left. Looks like it's blooping down. Should be an easy catch there for the fielder in left. And it will. As that was just an easy routine catch for the left fielder.
But honestly, that inning is not that bad. I mean, you had every single batter have a decent piece of contact that was at least into the outfield. You can't be upset with it, and you got to run out of it.
20th. And if every team in our region is top 20,
back here,
you could be a team that's
top of the 8th.
80th and go to playoffs.
As Drew is talking to Kaden, figuring out exactly why this Clemson team that's ranked did not make it into playoffs. What we heard was that it was 4 teams per region, you said. And so, unfortunately, Clemson does not fall in the top 4 of this region, which you guys are in the – what region are you guys in?
South Atlantic.
South Atlantic. But that will bring up Liam Freese, who's on the mound.
Yeah, Liam Freese, I feel like he's a closer at this point. I feel like he's consistently came in at the end of games, down the stretch.
Absolutely. It's pitcher to pitcher. Rocco Albano, who's pitched a really good game so far. Only giving up the 1 run last inning.
And Rocco will be doing his best Shohei Ohtani impression here.
Absolutely, man.
Trying to go both ways.
You didn't watch the second game last week for D2 club baseball. There was a kid, Wellington Henn, 123 pitches thrown in the first game. And he had a homer that extended the game in the third one, which they ended up winning.
That one is laced into second base. That one will be flipped over to first, and that will be an out at first base. Much needed out there for the Tigers. Just a good flip over there to first base. A little routine play there. Second to first.
And Caleb Thompson, the one that had the home run last half inning, had a great defensive stop there as he kind of did showed a little bit of the back glove. Ended up getting it. But like I was saying, Wellington Henn was absolutely phenomenal because here's the best part of the whole thing. So he pitched 123 games in the first game, which they did lose. So Clemson did win, which was phenomenal. But he got a D2 scholarship to Savannah State, I believe is what it was called.
That one is
Georgia State, I think.
Right side. Excellent catch there by the right fielder. Getting over to that one.
So Wellington Henn pitched 123 pitches for almost a complete game and got a D2 scholarship right after that, or a D1 scholarship, whatever, to Georgia State, I think. Was it Georgia State or Savannah State? It was somewhere in Georgia around Savannah. And Savannah State, Kalani was there with me. We were just calling the game. He got a D2 scholarship, or D1 scholarship, I guess, is what it was. Full ride to go there. And then the next game, or I guess it was the next day, because the third game, he ended up hitting a homer. It was like a 2-run homer that took it into extra innings. The game went into like 11 innings or something ridiculous. And then Florida A&M won. But it was Florida A&M's pitcher. So talk about a Shohei Ohtani impression. That dude was as close to Shohei as you could get.
Shout out Wellington Henn from the outskirts of Georgia.
I know.
No, that is really cool though. That.
Okay, you want to fry? Okay. I forgot to make up my comment about the JMU thing.
I feel like I gotta get Jamal a drink downtown for calling him short. During the
I think you might need a few more. I was looking at
fair. There you go, Brian.
I'm not getting that one. That one into the other field.
So a little bit of a battle here between Liam Freese and the JMU bat. That one is pitched upstairs.
I believe this is the one man I did not have on my roster. Number 6. Oh, no, I did. Matt Visser. Matt Visser, who is sitting up here. I believe he's third base. He's
good out there by Liam Freese, and that'll be 3 for the Tigers. Liam Freese jokingly trying to turn everybody out, but Liam Freese, solid outing there to retire this inning as we head into the next, where Clemson will bat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Reese Purcell up here now for the Tigers. And something's got to happen here. Something's really got to break. This is do or die now for Clemson as we are in the bottom of the 8th. And if you're 5 runs down, this is kind of where you have to start heating up.
Absolutely, as Albano's going into, like we said, over 7 innings, going in to try to complete his 8th inning of the game.
Very impressive on the night from Albano. I mean, hitting as well.
Looking at the game-changer game stream to check back in on Albano's pitches. He is, I believe, 2 pitches away now from crossing 100. He's at 98.
So impressive from Albano on the day. And to only give up 1 run and it be a little home run, as that is a walk there.
Absolutely.
To Reese Purcell.
And the run that you had brought up, it was a run that was a home run. Like, it wasn't even like he had multiple hits that led to a run. It was 1 hit, home run, smoke to right field. I mean, he's had multiple other hits. He had the triple to shift and a few others. But it was an impressive play nonetheless.
And the trumpets are coming out for this next Clemson batter here. And that one is moved up and he gets a hit. Clemson's going crazy as that is a bloop single onto the left third base line, and the trumpets continue to play.
For Jonah touchdown.
Jonah touchdown,
getting a hit that, like Drew said, flipped right over the third baseman's line, right on the foul line. Got in. This is where you're starting to see Clemson just enjoy their time out here and putting in players because they went nuts for that hit. So I'm assuming that might be the player that they wanted to see get out here, get a hit.
I mean, honestly, huge moment too. I mean, having a runner on first and second with no outs is pretty huge for this Tigers team right now at the bottom of the 8th. We can see a little bit of a reverse Wisconsin game here where Wisconsin put up 4 runs in the 9th to make it a tie game, and then Adam Schiff eventually had a walk-off home run that ended it. Hopefully, maybe Clemson can do the same thing here and make this one go to more innings or just end the game as a whole, as that one is laced into left. That one is back. And that one does not appear to have gotten there.
One heck of a catch by the left fielder, but he seemed to get a little shaken up when he hit that fence. I'm going to be honest, it was a great fence. I thought there was padding, but he hit it and it sounded metal. So I don't think whoever built this field was preparing for people to be diving into the wall, because that wall, when he hit it, sounded as if you were smacking a garage door.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's what it felt like, if not worse.
Not great at all, as this one brings it back up Kwiatkowski for the Tigers. And that's an unfortunate break right there. I mean, the difference between having a complete 0 outs and having 1 out is huge, especially on one that probably would have given in a run and had a runner on third and a runner on second as well. That's a huge play by that left fielder out there to keep this game where it is. Because Clemson can heat up. Once they heat up, they get into prime positions. As that one is into right. Right fielder's trying to get onto it. That one does drop down. Runner advancing around third. One's going home. That one is staying. And they dropped it. The catcher dropped it for JMU, and Reese Purcell comes home to the dugout. Just Reese Purcell doing an excellent job continuing to run the bases, even though the throw was marked at the catcher's box, and it was doubtful that he would have made it to home plate. But albeit he kept running through the adversity, and eventually the catcher dropped the ball, and that's all you need if you're a Clemson Tiger. And the rally begins for Clemson here in this 8th inning, looking to get more here.
A little bit of a 1-out rally here as Mr. Clutch steps to the plate with runners in second and third. The reason why Reese was so close at a play at the plate was because when he was coming, obviously you look at the ball going deep in the field, you don't know if it's going to be caught. And if it's caught, you have to tag up. Reese holding off, the runner on first, I think it was Brennan, or that was Jonah, just taking off to the point where he was about 5 feet behind Reese as he was coming into third, which is why the third baseman, who was going to hold Reese at third, sent him home anyway. Luckily they did. The catcher drops the ball and you score. And now 6-2, 1 out, and you're looking at 2 runners on second and third.
Huge.
So, this is going to be fun. This is going to be an exciting time.
This is a huge spot for Mr. Clutch himself to step into, especially in a game like this that can go either way.
But welcome. If you can tell, you're not watching the game, you're watching the two commentators who have been giving you the voice of Clemson baseball for the last few weekends. I'm Brian Warner.
I'm Drew Landon.
And we are so thrilled to see you guys here. It's a sunny, beautiful day. We never really got to say that today. This is probably one of the most perfect days we've had for baseball. As JMU just finished up their pitch timeout, essentially, to talk to Rocco. They're going to keep Rocco in. Very interesting decision.
Very, very interesting. As you said, he's going into the hundreds right now. And it's pretty intense here down the line to keep him in, especially with runners on second and third. I'm not sure if I would have done the same, but JMU, the Dukes, opting to keep faith in their guy who's been holding down the fort this whole game.
Absolutely. And again, once again, first pitch after timeout is a strike. And so is the second. I would love to see, once again, like we said before, I'd love to see a statistic of how many pitches after that timeout are strikes. Because all of them seem to be a lookout right into a strike. But we appreciate you guys being able to see a little bit of the face behind the voice that you guys have been hearing.
Adam Schiff takes that one downstairs. Yeah, a little bit familiarity is always good for an audience, and kind of glad Kalani did that for us because it's always nice to connect with the people that are at home and everyone that's in the stadium too. For all of you that are watching our club baseball action, we appreciate you a lot, and it's a great experience every single time we're out here. So, as that one retires, Schiff.
Looks as if Adam is not too happy with that at bat, but that was a swing and a miss strikeout, giving the JMU Dukes their second out of the inning now. As that ball passes the catcher.
That one goes back to the backstop. This is going to be a close one at the plate, and that is out. Called out at home plate, and Moody is getting some words there. Giving his fair share of words to the umpire here. And that was a close call. Andrew Moody scuffing up the plate. Andrew Moody disgusted by the play. Andrew Moody throw of the hat.
The ump is not buying in. He will not throw out Moody.
Andrew.
As the dugout's giving him slurs to yell at the ump.
I think he has to try a little harder. Maybe get thrown out there. Just a little more effort maybe could have done it for him. I think he was right there. The umpire was giving him some eyes right there.
I'm Kaden Hughes. I'm Kaden Hughes, and I'm here with Brian Warner, Drew Landon, the Riley Morgan, and Maura Kane. Announcers for this game, the beautiful voices you've been hearing for these last 8.5 innings. Brian, obviously a massive baseball fan and an amazing person, an incredible personality. What makes you such an expert as a baseball announcer?
Honestly, it's just the love of the game that I have. I love this game. I do find it funny. We're like being the reporters. We're all going to interview. This is the first time we're on this side of the mic. But nonetheless, I just love coming out here. I love Clemson, obviously. Have just pretty much bleed orange and purple. But I think just with sports in general, I've always been fascinated by it. And coming out here, being able to give my insights, and hopefully be able to provide you guys a good commentary with such a great team around me, like the people you see on this camera, and Kalani, who hopefully can come up here in a second, if he hears me, if I put down this mic, can come up here in a second and see what we're doing. But yeah, I think that's just why I love this.
Rich from someone who's rooting for JMU right now in this game.
No. I just have a love for JMU.
Drew, a brand new upstart announcer, one of the better ones I've ever seen in my lifetime. What other play-by-play people have you been inspired by to begin your career?
Oh, man. So I was going to do the home run call like the Yankees announcer. That's kind of the guy that I've been looking at. I watch like some at-bats. I try to replicate his style a little bit more. Like I incorporate some stuff that the Mets announcer does as well for some games. Like I try and announce like when the pitcher's dealing off the mound and like just any important stats too. I was just trying statistically get behind it. So I would definitely say, to answer your question, the Yankees commentator, and I would say the Mets commentator as well.
Riley, one of the more charismatic people I know, one of the best bridges of insight and personality I've ever seen in play-by-play announcing. How do you get such strong expertise in what you do as an announcer?
You know, I watch the Braves a lot. I watch Brandon Gaudin in the booth every night with CJ Nikowski. Love those guys. Best broadcast booth team in the league in MLB. So, you know, I really just took what they do, and I really just brought it here for my very first play-by-play announcing experience, which I thought was just absolutely fantastic, and I know Maura can agree. We both killed it.
You guys are watching the stream
I'm
here.
sorry
Trevor
we had to leave in
Andrews
the
is
fourth,
stepping
but we will be back soon next season.
Maura, obviously not the personality akin to Riley, Brian, or Drew. What makes you really stand out as an announcer is your baseball insight. So just tell me, what does the sport of baseball mean to you individually?
Yeah, you know what? I played softball for a really long time. 3 years, and so yeah, baseball's always a fun sport to watch. I mean, it's more, I would say, cinematic than other sports, and I feel like there's a lot more going on than just the game. So that's why I like baseball, and that's what baseball means to me.
A lot more going on than just the game, including our beautiful voices. We're gonna cut back to that now. Back to you, Brian.
You said the line.
I worked in it back to you, Brian. I said the tab line.
I was going to shout out tab too, but you went so quick.
I said the tab line.
Oh, this mic also might still be on. So. Yeah, we're back now. You get to hear my beautiful voice now instead of Kaden's. My way more scratchy than usual voice, but alas, Liam Freese on the mound for the Tigers, going up against JMU. As that one is dealt. Ooh. I didn't.
Evan Brobst.
Yeah, Evan Brobst.
Can we apologize if we were mispronouncing his name?
Yeah, I think the B is, if I had to take a guess, German, B is silent, Brobst. If I had to take a wild stab at it. Could be very wrong, as that one goes through the shortstop and gets to the left fielder and gets a runner on first for JMU.
It's a beautiful piece of contact right there, going straight towards the shortstop from Evan. And I mean, that was just a chopper. Jamal with a fantastic attempt at the dive. It's just really tough to make that play. I mean, that is a ball coming at you probably at like 70, 80, maybe even 90 miles an hour, as that's what's being pitched to him. And that thing just smoked straight through. Jamal only a few inches away from making an incredible play. But he gets to the left field, and now JMU will once again have a runner on first.
JMU with yet another piece of contact there, bobbled by the second baseman. And
as Cole Elrod makes it to first. Now they'll be running on first and second. This is not exactly what you want from the Tigers.
Especially a team that's trying to come back right now. This is definitely not the situation you want to be in, with a runner on first and second, and another batter coming up to the plate to test Liam Freese here, the closer.
Yeah, this is Justin Swerdloss, I believe. I'm trying to remember exactly how to pronounce his last name. Swerdlow. I knew it was an L.
Yeah, Swerdlow.
Yeah, Justin Swerdlow coming up with a runner at first and second. You got a runner in scoring position who is taking a massive lead at second right now, which is Evan. So that pitch is high. For the Tigers here, you're looking just to get an out. That's all you need. You just need an out. You
just
need to
need to
get
get
to the
out.
bottom of the ninth without giving up another run.
Yeah.
You have 3 outs still to bat to try and extend this game. But it looks right now like the midfield is, or the infield, the middle infield is pinched in. That is a swing and a miss.
Yeah, I mean, infield does look a little more pinched together. Definitely. The second baseman and the shortstop definitely closer.
Even the first baseman's a little bit in right now. I think that's Brendan at first, and he seems to be stepping in almost to the green, which usually when you have a runner on first, you don't do that. Even if you have a runner on first and second, and the chance that you want to try a pick off, it seems like he's kind of squeezing in. Maybe there's a bunt or a grounder comes up.
As that one is a walk to Swerdlow from Freese, and that will juice these bases.
Absolutely, and I think if you're Liam, you're just looking for a little bit of composure. You wonder if Moody's going to call anything, or if they're just kind of enjoying it right now. They're all loving, talking, having a great time. You do wonder if Moody's going to call timeout, get Liam to calm down after this batter.
I mean, I feel like these mound visits have always been beneficial for these pitchers, and especially in a situation with bases loaded, you can't afford to give up an out if you want to rally here, because it is already not too pretty on the scoreboard right now for the Tigers. And these mound visits have influenced these pitchers heavily, and as you said, that percentage got to be high. Great strike there by Freese.
Yeah, because you're looking at, I mean, the 2 mound visits we've had so far today that have been to talk to him. Neither one removed their pitcher, but they just went out, talked to the pitcher, and both of them, the following batter, the first batter they faced after that timeout was an out. It was a strikeout specifically by both pitchers. So Ian Shickley here in the batting spots. Getting ahead in the count right now. I believe it's 2-1.
Can't afford a walk here.
Excuse me, I think it's 0-2.
That was strike 3 by Liam Freese to retire the JMU bat.
And that is a pretty pitch.
Huge strike there for the Tigers, because you just needed to get something started if you're Liam Freese as the closer. You need to get an out in a situation like that with the bases juiced. I gotta say the music's been pretty good tonight here.
Moody's been on point right now. Moody's been on point with the music.
Pitcher deals here as that one is laced into center. Gets past the second baseman. Runner will score. 1 run will score, and everyone else will stay. So 1 more runner scores for JMU, and the bases are still loaded here. And Clemson is just digging themselves deeper into a really, really deep hole here. And you got to wonder when that mound visit is coming, Brian.
Absolutely. I think Moody's going to let his player, he's going to ride out, let the player go. He's looking to pick music right now, which is kind of funny. But as we said, these players wear multiple hats per game, and Moody's just one of them that has 3, pitcher, manager. He's the managing pitcher or the pitcher manager, and then he's also sitting out here as a player and as the PA person, kind of pretty much running all the music. But that hit right there just went straight through. It was a good coverage by the Tigers. I think it just missed the glove, and instead hit either the leg or something else from the second baseman. It just kind of went off to center fielder.
That one goes foul. Basically kind of like a mentor to these pitchers, basically a pitching coach in a sense, because he's just a guy that composes them all the time. And like MLB teams will always send out their pitching coach to go out instead of their main coach. And I feel like Moody, albeit, is both, but I feel like they do that often as that one goes through the gap and will send another runner home. Another runner's going through. 48 Swerdlow will be out at home plate. And the Tigers giving up 2 runs, a little bit of a jam here, but I've seen crazier things happen.
Absolutely. Looking at that was a great throw by the right fielder, getting it in to get the last out of this inning and send the Tigers in the bottom of the ninth.
So we're back here now, and they're opting to stick with Rocco in this 9th inning.
Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. Run off!
Runner, go! And if you're Austin, you gotta get to first base before that. That's poor.
I do believe I heard Austin say he has not batted in 8 months, and he was not expected to play today. So give him a little bit of slack. It's been a little kind of like riding a bike. You got to just get used to it again. Right. But nonetheless, that was a error by the catcher. Pops up. It's very tough to read anyway in the sun, and I don't even know if the catcher has sunglasses on. But took off the helmet, looked up, and then tried to make the catch. But since it hit his glove and bounced in bounds, it is a fair ball. The pitcher made a smart move, throwing it right in, and the catcher is hit. Oh,
catcher nailed.
The center fielder just laying face down in the outfield, like on his chest, like full. He missed it.
No, he's doing it again.
And as we look, Jamal seems to be fine even though it hit his helmet, and the catcher seems to be fine. We look in the outfield, and every single outfielder is either sitting or laying down. One looks like he's in cod, laying on his belly. The other one looks like he's trying to sunbathe, and then the other one just looks like a little toddler that just got put in timeout outside. But nonetheless, we are all having a lot of fun. I'm taking photos of this. I'm about to start posting memes. There was a guy during a pitching timeout, too. As the left fielder kind of made a sick jump up, I guess. And they're now up in the air.
She just wants frozen yogurt. That's all.
If you have not paid attention, Rocco is back in for trying to complete the game. He's 2 outs away from throwing a complete game.
Very impressive today, Rocco. Especially him hitting, too. I mean, he hasn't done much in the hitting department, but albeit he's been great on the mound. I mean,
absolutely. He's coming up on 112 pitches right now.
That one is laced into right. Outfielder's got to be standing up now for that one. As that is an out for the Tigers and Reese Purcell.
I don't know what's like my high school, we had a guy be 93 in my high school. He went like a 14. But like that's not good. Yeah, like he was just power. Dude, right now,
Oh my! That one laced into center, and 2
trees.
The Tigers are retired just before Liam Freese could get in that bat. Strong hit ball. Strong hit ball into right center field, but the right fielder made the catch, retired the Tigers, and concluded this game. Shot any hopes of a comeback for Clemson.
Yeah, unfortunate performance for the Tigers. They just never seem to get hot, and this is a small ball team that just couldn't heat up at the end of the day, and JMU got the better of them, playing Clemson's game on their own home turf.
Absolutely, and you look at this, and you can't be sad as a Clemson Tiger. You have been a phenomenal team. You've been ranked almost the entire season, if not the entire season, and this was not typically Clemson-like, if you will, for this D1 club team. But it's still a very impressive season and a great way to close out the season. You know, not necessarily what you want. You wanted a win. You wanted to end on a win, which ended on a loss, 2-1. You lost the series, unfortunately. But the Tigers still showed a lot of promise, and they have a lot of returnees next year. It's a fun day to kind of celebrate the seniors still. And it seems like Clemson, while disappointed with the loss, is still having a good time, trying to celebrate the last few minutes they have in the same jersey with those seniors that will be graduating and moving on.
Yeah, absolutely. And most seasons when you're ranked, you would make a playoff appearance. But unfortunately, due to what we talked about before, the conference and for top teams making it, Clemson unfortunately did not fall into that top 4 bracket. So they will not be advancing the playoffs. This is our last call on.
Yeah, this will be the last call from our springtime now in 2026. I think our next time will either be in the fall, or we might see us in another sport possibly. But other than that, I mean, all of us are getting ready to go to summer. We're getting on our little summer vacation. You can go follow us all wherever we do. I know we all have our own little podcast. I do in the Zone. It's one of the ones that I do myself. Drew has his own if you would kind of highlight yours.
Yeah, I have Drew on the Move. I basically I'm interviewing soccer players right now, but I'm looking to interview like all athletes, and it basically is just like a deep dive into like the story behind an athlete's life. And more just an emphasis on like their childhood and how it was for them growing up, like adversities they face.
So if you have enjoyed our calling, if you've enjoyed all of us here, you can follow pretty much any of us. I know we have our sports media pages that Kalani's been showing on the bottom tag, and we also have our own podcast like we just highlighted in the Zone, as well as Drew on the Move. So we thank you guys for coming out. We thank you guys for enjoying. And that is all for our game today at JB Owens from the Sports Complex in Easley. I'm Brian Warner, joined with Drew Landon. We hope you have a fantastic day. As my mom always says, fantastic and fabulous day combined. And we hope to see you guys next year as the Tigers will look
Kaden, say the Truman
to make
line.
the playoffs and continue to be ranked.
Oh, yeah. Good afternoon,
Your final score,
good evening, and good night.
Being 7-2, Dukes winning not only the game but also the series. And that will conclude us here at JB Owens.
Good afternoon, good evening.
And we're back. I'm Maura Kane here with Brennan and Kaden after a upsetting loss to close out Clemson baseball's club baseball season. The Tigers fell short 7-2 against JMU. So last game of the season.
What are you hoping to get out of the rest of your career at Clemson?
I mean, I still got a few years left being a sophomore. I'm really excited to come back next season with a good group of guys. As much as I'm going to miss these seniors, since we've only got a few guys leaving, I think we're going to be really strong coming into this next season, especially with our new executive team. I'm really excited for what we have to offer this next coming season.
And then reflecting back on this past season, how much do you think this team's grown?
Oh, so much, especially the way we started the season. I feel like, a really slow start, but towards the kind of that middle point of the season, we just started really picking up steam. I wish we could have followed through last weekend, and obviously, especially this week, and getting our guys a win to end the year. But, nothing always works out, but I'm just really glad the way that this team started to gel towards the end of the season.
Branding Player of the Week, what would you attribute to this hot start these last few games, this hot stretch?
Honestly, not much. I just have to remember baseball's a game. I was having fun during those games. I kind of started in a really dark, low spot to start the season. But I just realized, talking to my parents, talking to these guys, that it's just baseball. This is a game. I'm only going to be able to play it so long, so might as well just have fun while I'm doing it and just swing for the fences.
And then last question, what does this off-season look like for you?
Off-season is extremely busy, being ROTC, so I'll be gone this summer for a few weeks. Obviously, a lot of off-season training, eating, running, lifting, basically anything that I can get going as much as I can.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. I'm Maura Kane here with Brennan and Kaden, and we'll be back next season.